This is Dennis Peacock with another edition of the Transforum. Technology and disadvantaged children. Do you have disadvantaged children? Do you understand that whatever we feed grows? That's an important principle. Whatever you give time and energy to grows. And a recent study here by the Kaiser Family Foundation, obviously a major healthcare group, said that kids now are spending 7.5 hours a day on electric media. Youth spends more hours on computers in front of TVs, playing video games, and listening to music than adults spend full-time at work. This is the result of a 10-year study on youth habits relative to the media. It goes on to say that when you count all electric media, they put in more than 53 hours a week in this stuff. And because they spend so much time on multimedia tasking, that is using more than one medium at a time, they actually managed to pack a total of 10 hours and 45 minutes worth of media into those 7.5 hours. And it goes on to say one more thing. It's urging parents to turn off the television when you're not in the room, to turn off the television when you're having meals, etc., etc., etc. Now, there's an old adage, whoever reads, leads. Or if you want to lead, read. Or if you want to be a leader, be a reader. It's no accident that slaves were forbidden to read here in the United States during the slavery period. It's a common understanding that literature and literateness, the ability to read, actually engages certain parts of the brain that no other activity can engage those parts of the brain. Hence, we made sure that the slaves in the U.S. couldn't read. We're creating a whole generation of slaves today because they're so caught up in the media. They're not reading, they're not educating, they're not reading magazines. Okay? Now, whoever sets your children's core values, i.e., whatever they're feeding on, is going to produce what they really believe and who they are. What you feed grows. I want to ask you a question. I know we always hear, do you know where your kids are right now? As in, okay, they're out of the house. Where are they? What are they doing? I want to ask you another question. What are they doing in the house right now? It's no longer what's going on out there that is necessarily the problem. It's what's going on in the house, because that's where they're using most of the time on electronic stuff. Now, there's a lot of facts. We're overwhelmed with facts, but we don't have any interpretation on that stuff. They're going to interpret it according to the people who are producing that media material. Are you producing disadvantaged children? Are you producing disadvantaged grandchildren? Do you know not just where your kids are when they're out of the house? Do you know where they are in the house? Folks, we need a massive change in this nation. We need a massive change in terms of values and certainly on the level of competency and understanding. We're not going to get it if the kids are being constantly bombarded by teenage opinions. Don't produce disadvantaged children. Know where they are and what they're doing. This is Dennis Peacock with another edition of the Transforum. Let's engage, and if you want to know where all this is going, click below.